In this video, we're making duck calls just the way they were made 160 years ago in Louisiana. Let's dive in.
Hey, my name's Dale Bartlon, and I'm from Valls Parish in Louisiana. And I make cane calls by hand like they did in the 1800s. I go harvest my bamboo by hand, and I have places I go in Louisiana. I dry them. If I have to, I cut them and dry them to get them like this. Now for the big part, the body, I take a piece like this. I don't want it to fit. I sand it down. I keep checking it for it to fit. It's all done by hand. Say in the late 1850s, 1860. Somebody from Illinois came to South Louisiana to duck hunt. There was a lot of good duck hunting there. And they had a call. And they said, what's that? You know, the local Frenchmen. It's a duck call. So back then, they had no power tools. They had no electricity, but they had a lot of bamboo in South Louisiana, river cane. So those Frenchmen took the idea, man, it's already got a hole in it. We don't have to drill nothing. So the soundboard, I'll use red cedar, or this is a cypress post. I'll find while I'm hunting. This post comes from our duck hunt. So I take a knife and I round off the corners. Then I take a hand rasp, and I rasp it. Then I take sandpaper and I sand it to get a half moon on one side. So once I do this, once I cut it out, I'll bring this over here. I gouge it out right here. I just dig out the wood. Then from here, it's a matter of filing it down to the contour I'll need for the call I'm trying to make. Now, there's no written testimony the right way of doing it, but the way I make them is basically how they made them in that era. Although I put a mile of reed, but my soundboard is all handmade like they done it. I have a long waiting list. I can't make them fast enough. I have people say, why don't you buy your lathe and produce my, I don't want to do that. I'm trying to preserve my culture. This is how I'm doing it. They're just gonna have to wait. I don't have a lathe or anything, and I choose to keep it that route. Again, it's part of my culture and traditions to keep this going. This is how calls would have been made in some of this fashion in the 1800s. So that's what I do. About 35 years ago, I hunted with an old friend of mine named Sammy Pontier. He could hardly speak English. He's a Frenchman. Mr. Sammy taught me how to soft call ducks. And these calls is made after my hunting experience with him. 35 years ago, I thought you had to have the loudest call, duck hunting, and I had one. And I called ducks, and I looked at Mr. Sammy. He had an old wood call. I don't remember what it was, but it didn't sound good, I thought. And I thought, that man must not know too much about hunting. Well, I'll tell you one thing. He pulled that old wood call out, and he soft called. That man called in the ducks that day, and he taught me a valuable lesson. One hunt I made with him. So most people ask me, you know, what is a soft call? What's the difference? My old friend Sammy Pontier, I consider him a market hunter. He told me, and this is true words of statement, it's best to undercall a duck than to overcall a duck. That puts meat on the table. So what I mean about a soft call, this is a regular call. When somebody wants a regular call, this is what they get. Sounds good. When I bring it down to the bottom level, though, watch. It's soft, but it's not soft. This is a soft call that I try to produce. very, very, very soft. It's a finishing call is what it is. It put more ducks on your straps.